West Feliciana Coaches Show, highlighting high school athletics at West Feliciana High School. Sponsored by Wingate Sports Grill at 7171 Highway 61 in St. Francisville, Louisiana. Great food for the whole family. And well, welcome to Wingate Sports Grill for the Coaches Show. We're really excited about this year, and Waco, we're getting started on the new season. So what do you think?
Well, 2-0 so far. It's a great start. Kind of surprised with the 24 seniors from last year, but takes no talent, Coach always preaches. So far, so good.
So far, so good. Well, I'll tell you what, it was an exciting season last year. I mean, and we right here at Wingate Sports Grill at 7171 on Highway 61. They were gracious enough for us to have the show here. It was a great time and an exciting season. I mean, what an exciting season. The first time in the history of West Feliciana that we had a team to go to with the semifinals.
Semifinals lost to Patterson. It's a great game. They should have won it, but
It was a great game, huh? Well, I was already on the field, so, you know. I think the referees had to tell me to get off because, just so excited. But nevertheless, I mean, what a great way to send off 24 seniors,
Absolutely.
To actually do something to make history in West Feliciana and have them to start their college career.
it's a great start. I know Wallace Scott's at McNeese, is that right?
Wallace Scott is at
And Byron
McNeese.
Cobb's at Nichols. So
And
they
Nichols.
it really jumped.
Why are you forgetting my son, man? Destin Dawson is at Tech. You forgot
He's
him.
at Tech. I'm sorry.
Oh, man, I tell you. You're starting this season off on the wrong foot.
That's
Waco.
all right. You're not even broadcasting games. Okay.
Well, and I know a couple of games already under our belt, and the Saints have come out victorious.
10-7 against Tioga and 54-34 Friday against Terra. So.
Against Terra. I tell you what, and Terra looked like a good team, and I'm sure Coach Oldham is going to get into the details of this. But we all have something else very exciting going on in the school associated with the Wingate Show and the actual filming of the game. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
We have a multimedia class at the high school now where we have students come in and film the games and broadcast. I have Walker Watkins helps me with the Friday night broadcast, and we come in and we're putting a step forward into the schools and community for a big multimedia class, a big multimedia production, hopefully to lead our community into the future of technology.
So what you're telling me is that then all of the games, all of the production, all these things will be done by high school students.
Right.
Done by you guys.
And we're hoping at RBS Channel 20 eventually be the school's TV channel.
Oh, wow.
And that way all school productions go onto the RBS Channel 20.
Well, we thankful Bill Depew and the vision that he had for that and RBS and everything that we've been doing. So what are you trying to say? You're going to kick me off the set now?
I'm not kicking you off. You're right here helping me right now, but eventually we'll ease you out of there.
Ease me out, so you can ease me out of the show. But you know what? The good thing about it is a great opportunity for the kids of West Feliciana Parish to be able to offer the opportunity for them to produce something and then actually air it on a commercial cable station, something that they produce, something that they're involved with, and also to kind of support their school.
Very unique for us to be able to do that, being a small community, and you have all the big ones like Baton Rouge schools and us in the small West Feliciana community being able to broadcast out to the public.
Well, I'm going to miss Waco and stand next to him because he's such a cute little guy.
Oh,
so I'm going to miss sitting here next to him. But nevertheless, we're going to be back in a moment with Coach Rob Odom of the head coach of West Feliciana Saints, and he's going to be talking about the last couple of games and as well as talking about the upcoming game. So stay tuned. Waco will be back at the Wingate Sports Grill at 71 Highway 61 for the West Feliciana Coaches Show. West Feliciana Coaches Show, highlighting high school athletics at West Feliciana High School. Sponsored by Wingate Sports Grill at 7171 Highway 61 in St. Francisville, Louisiana. Great food for the whole family. And
We're back at Wingate Sports Grill at 71 Highway 61 in St. Francis. I'm here with Coach Odom, talking about last couple weeks against Denham Springs, the Jamboree, Tioga 2 weeks ago, and Terra last week. You want to start with the Denham Springs game, Coach?
Yeah, going into Denham Springs, we had a lot of kids that never played in a varsity football game on both sides of the ball and special teams, and we had a lot of problems that we worked on all week. It was just frustrating getting 11 people on the field at the right time, something that with that younger team that it's going to be a problem, but you try to work on it, not let it become a problem. It was. But luckily we got it fixed for Tioga, and it's getting a little better every week. We're very young, losing 24 seniors last year, very, very young. We're playing 7 or 8 sophomores and 2 freshmen on defense this year, and a little older on offense, but still some of the guys that are a little older on offense are first-year players, So we're going to have some growing pains, but they're maturing every week, and that's all we ask.
I mean, so far so good, 2-0 start in the regular season. You want to talk about Tioga and how we won 10-7?
10-7. The first half, both teams were kind of driving it, up and down the field. And the second half became a more defensive game. Some turnovers and big turnovers at key times for us that we got from Tioga that helped us seal the victory. But it was tough all the way through. Dane Denham kicked a 38-yard field goal in the third quarter. I think that might be the first time. I know the first time since I've been here in 17 years we actually won a game on a field goal, and he's done a great job this year. His legs gotten stronger, kicking the end zone. The other day in practice, he hit the crossbar at 57 yards. I mean, he made it from 52 and 53 consistent. So if we can protect for him, and block him, he's got a chance to put it in. He's a weapon for us.
Last week on the kickoff, he put it to the uprights.
Yeah,
we had 15 yards up on a penalty.
We had a penalty,
but
he put it through the uprights. But when you put it in the end zone in high school, they can't return it, and that's big. Make a team drive 80 yards every time is a key.
He did it all but one time hitting the end zone.
That's right. That's right.
Job.
And the time he didn't, I think we got him inside the 20. So.
All right, Coach, what was your impression on the Terra game? Offense and defense really stepped up. Offense especially after only scoring 10 points the week before.
We came in. Each week's going to be a bigger challenge for us. Each week gets a little tougher and tougher. Right. Tioga's 4A, a class higher than us, so is Terra. Terra's got athletes. We do too. Theirs are a little older than ours. 21 for them is a good ball player. Before the game, he had a full beard, looked like Eric Dickerson, about 6'3", and we did a good job on him. Our defense put the offense in good situations a lot, and that's what we're doing. We're young on defense, but we're going to try to load up on defense.
We had 2 pick sixes, didn't we?
2 pick sixes and another pick down to about the 2, which put us in some good field positions.
When we return, we're going to talk about the play-by-play. We have some highlights we want to show y'all and get Coach Odom to get his thoughts on it. So stick with us at Wingate Sports Grill, 7171 Highway 61 in St. Francisville. We'll be back.
West Feliciana Coaches Show, highlighting high school athletics at West Feliciana High School. Sponsored by Wingate Sports Grill at 7171 Highway 61 in St. Francisville, Louisiana. Great food for the whole family. And
all right, we're back at Wingate Sports Grill, 7171 Highway 61 in St. Francisville. I'm here with Coach Odom. We're going to talk about plays from last week's game against Terra High School. So, Coach, here's the first play. It's a fumble, and number 78 who's that?
That's Trey Kozabot.
He picks up, runs in for a touchdown.
First year player for us. Junior, real good kid, good feet, does a good job for us. Was hurt against Tioga, first game back, first time to ever play varsity football. First game, and he ends up getting a touchdown. Like I told him, I think he must watch a lot of football because he knew what to do with it when he got it. We might end up having to put that play in. He did a good job.
That's an offensive lineman's dream.
Offensive lineman's dream.
A touchdown.
He found the lineman.
Let's watch one more time. Ran over some people, didn't he?
Yeah. Carried him in and dove with the ball to get in the end zone. He watched some teeth.
All right, next play.
I tell you what, we might be young on defense, but we got some kids that can run and know what to do with the ball. Once again, our defense puts us in a good position, causes a fumble, and we got short yards to go so we can punch it in the end zone.
Who picked it up? Do you remember? All right, we got a handoff to number 6.
Yeah,
Is that Dedrick Cobb?
that's Dedrick Cobb. Dedrick's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's a hard worker, and he's going to do what he's supposed to do. And our line does a good job here. We go to the right people. That's the main thing, being young. We had problems against Denham Springs, got better against Tioga. It's just getting a body on a body, going to the right place, doing what you're supposed to do. And he punched it in for us. Good read by the quarterback.
All right, this next play was almost a big momentum swing for Tara. Looks like he touches the ball, but you were able to do some talking and get it turned around for us.
Well, I didn't think he touched the ball, and the referees wasn't exactly sure. They were over there on the Tara sidelines, and they were listening to what Tara told them, so they made their decision based on what somebody told them. When I got the referees over there, I said, "Did y'all see it?" They said, "No." I said, "Well, the first thing is get it right, So they met and got it right, and we ended up.
Discussion.
Yep, we ended up with the ball. That's the main thing.
Well, the next play is an interception by number 14, Jazz Ferguson. He's a freshman.
That's one of the freshmen that plays wide receiver and defensive back, and he leads the team in picks right now. He picked one in the Jamboree for a touchdown that got called back. He picked the winning pick for us at Tioga. When they were down, they could have field goal position, could have kicked the field goal to tie us into overtime, but they tried to throw another play. He picked it and ran it back. He picked the winning pick for us at Tioga. When they were down, they could have field goal position, could have kicked the field goal to tie us into overtime, but they tried to throw another play. He picked it and ran it back, not for a touchdown, but we were able to kneel on it.
How tall is he?
He's close to 6'4". He's 6'3" something,
He's
close
up
to
there.
6'4".
All right, the next play is an interception.
Might have been to the 2.
Looks like it.
Good ball player. He's also a backup quarterback and wide receiver on offense.
Yeah, to the 2. All right, we have number 22, Javon Emery, with the touchdown run. He is massive.
Yeah. Javon's just, y'all saw Javon especially more late last year around playoff time. He is just, a tough, physical runner. I mean, he looks like he'll be stopped, break tackles, keeps those legs going, and knows what to do with the football. You'll see later on here a couple runs that he just makes things happen on his own.
He doesn't turn it over either. All right, the next play is, once again, talk about the kicks by Dane.
Well,
Denham.
we talked about it earlier, but Dane, I'm telling you what, he's much improved. He kicks, starts on defense, and could play slot. We're trying to give him a little break on offense, but, he's another slot back for us and knows exactly what to do.
All right, the next play is a big hit by number 21. He gets flipped in the air. The player does.
Yeah. 21 was a good ball player for us.
Wright was his last name, I believe.
Yep, and Wright. I can't see who came up and hit. I can't see who came up and hit him. Might have been Javon, our linebacker. We did a good job of pressing him over the top when he tried to release. We kind of let go of him, though.
It's 21. All right, another Emery run on this next play. On the kickoff.
Yeah, we just run to the wedge up the middle, and that's the kind of kids you want returning the football, ones that are just going to, hit it straight on full speed. You don't have time to dance around kind of like punt returns or anything. You want some downhill runners on kickoff, and Preston Cobb does a good job, and Trey Bailey. We got 3 good guys back there that can return them.
Emery breaks tackle after tackle, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Next one's a touchdown pass in the corners, number 14.
Yeah,
hurt
that's the kind of
West
things.
Ferguson.
I know he's a freshman. Dennis Bell throws the ball well. The fade, that's the kind of thing. He's got one-on-one, and he's, like I said, 6'4". That's the kind of plays we expect him to make, single coverage or double coverage. I mean, you think, well, hey, he's not there, but he's got the athletic ability, the height, and the hands to make those plays for us and get us some yards or some touchdowns.
What was the injury? I know he's hurt at the end of that play.
He just landed on his back, had kind of knocked the breath out of him.
All right, this next play we thought could have been bad for us. Cobb fumbles the ball, but our defense stood up at the end.
Yeah. I think, they did a good job. We didn't do a very good job of blocking that. And if you were around last year, this has got to be a good play for us. We kind of got pushed in the back. You feel our slot didn't do a good job of turning and holding his ground, and the guy was in Preston's face and drove him back in his face. He was kind of, he saw the different colored jerseys and the ball hit him at the same time and just lost control of it.
This one's a field goal block.
Yeah, we went over block all week long. We didn't do it right the first couple times they scored. We knew we had a chance on their left side and our right side the way they protected, and we ran it right. And that's Trey Gilmore that gets back there and blocks it for us. Big play. That we missed one and then we blocked one for them. So that kept that point we didn't get, and that's one they didn't get.
The next one's a catch by Cobb under double
A little
coverage.
smash route, and he just makes a heck of a catch.
That was a great catch.
Yes, he had 2 or 3 people around him. He wasn't open. Dennis put the ball in a good spot, and he made a great catch on it.
All right, here's another pick 6 by our defense, number 5.
Yeah, this is another one. Like I said, Deldrick had 2, and here's another one. Big time of the game too. They tried to run the Wildcat. Deldrick was where he's supposed to be, and he took it all the way in his second half. So, it kind of broke it back open for us. They starting to get a little momentum there in the second half, and Deldrick came through and gave us the momentum back.
All right, here's another strong run by Emory.
Boy, I tell you, look at it. Wasn't nothing there. Got hit in the backfield. We didn't block it right. That's the kind of things he can do. He's a starter on defense, so we rest him on offense some and on defense some. He's starting slot, and he played fullback last year, so he knows the fullback. We can move him around a little bit, try to get the ball in his hands a little more.
All right, here's number 3 with the touchdown run. That's the backup quarterback.
Yes, this sophomore, Jalen Washington, does a good job right here. We had a little counter going to the backside. He saw where a guy came through free to the backside. If you can see his head, he saw him. We did not do a good job with our guards and center on their blitz and linebackers, He saw him coming and just kept it. Good job on the front side.
And they made the score 54-27, and the final was 54-34. So they let one more touchdown, but that's okay. We still have the lead at the end.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, when we get back, we'll talk about next week's game against Independence, who's number 5, I believe, in the state. And so please stay with us at 7171 Highway 61 in St. Francisville. We're at Wing It. Stay with us.
West Feliciana Coaches Show, highlighting high school athletics at West Feliciana High School. Sponsored by Wing It Sports Grill at 7171 Highway 61 in St. Francisville, Louisiana. Great food for the whole family. And
All right, we're back at Wing It Sports Grill, 7171 Highway 61 in St. Francisville. I'm here with Coach Odom. We're about to talk about the game coming up against Independence. Coach, what's your impression of Independence looking at film so far?
Same old Independence that's every year, back when Coach Baglio coached them and now Coach Keith Corona. I mean, they, fast, physical, power football, and it's no different. They're always ranked. Always in the playoffs, always winning. So, like I told our kids, it's a good opportunity. We're looking forward to it, and we'll see where we stand when we play them.
We beat them last year pretty handily at home, so third year in a row we're playing them.
We beat them at their own game last year. I mean, we out-physicaled them last year and put it on them, and they're improved. They were young last year, kind of like us this year.
Defense, so.
They were young last year, kind of like us this year, and we're anxious to play them. Like I said, it's going to be a good measuring stick on where we stand, especially against a team that that makes the playoffs every year in 3A, and it's always ranked in the top 10 in 3A. So, all we can do is work hard every day, get better.
So what are you telling your kids to get prepared for the game coming up?
Like we tell them every week, we can't we can't coach Independence, we can coach y'all. We're going to do what we do. We're going to get better at it and see what happens. They're going to know up front that it's going to be a physical ball game, probably the most physical we played up to this point, and probably the best team we played up to this point.
Well, you ready for it, Coach?
I'm ready, but it's what the kids know and how they execute. Like I told them today, coaches can know it all, but if y'all can't do it and execute it, then we're going to be in trouble. And And it's like you said earlier, that takes no talent to TNTs. We have talent, but the teams that can do the little things, not turn the ball over, play unselfish, not make stupid mistakes, play physical and hard to the whistle. Those things win football games for you more than talent does. And there's teams we play every year that do those things, and that's what we want to do. If you do those things with talent, you're going to be very, very special. And the other little things off the field, lifting weights, doing your homework,
Keeping your grades up.
keeping your grades up, doing right at home. You got to do all the little things, and the big things will fall into place.
Well, join us next week at Independence at 7 o'clock, and we will be playing the Independence Tigers for the third year in a row.
No, we started the fourth year.
Fourth year in a row. So
Yeah, no, third year.
Okay,
You're right.
third
We used
year.
to play them. We used to play them back when, didn't play them for a while, and you're right. This will be the third year.
So join us at Independence next week. Come support your Saints, and we'll be back here next Monday night at 6:30 at 7171 Highway 61 at St. Franceville. We're at Wingate Sports Grill. Thank you, Coach.